Hello and welcome to this exclusive brand training for anyone who has completed the Pure Brand Essence quiz. I'm going to take you on a training because I want you to take what you have learned in the quiz and create a millionaire brand around that. So first of all, what is a millionaire brand? It is unapologetically reflects your unique essence. It naturally attracts high-ticket clients to you. It magnetizes them to you. It creates an aligned product suite that your audience needs and buys. It's also a strategic brand messaging and positioning that sets your brand apart. And finally, you want a brand that's committed to leaving a lasting legacy of transformation for your clients. So the Pure Brand Essence framework is about connecting, captivating, and converting your ideal aligned clients. And we create this from building your brand from the inside out. 80% is who you are being, and that's about connecting and captivating your audience. And 20% is the doing part, and that's about converting clients authentically. So a little bit more about me. My name is Carol, and I support women to elevate their brand so that they can create impact, transformation, and wealth. On the right hand side, you can see some of the clients that I've worked with. And I started my business 25 years ago. I design personal brands, websites, and sales pages. I also sell pre-made templates and offer brand coaching as well. I've worked with some of the world's top 7- and 8-figure coaches. You might recognize a few on the right here. But actually, I started out as a freelance designer, charging $25 for a logo design. So I've used this framework in my own brand to create a brand that is beyond my wildest imagination. And I really want to share this with you as well. So a little bit more about me as well. I live in a coastal town called Knysna in South Africa, although I was originally born in Bulawayo. I'm a mermaid at heart, and my favorite all-time adventure is swimming with wild dolphins in Mozambique. When I'm not behind the computer, you can find me behind the wheel of my houseboat, which is pictured here, and I skipper that and I explore the lagoon where I live. Now, I'm giving you some hints to who I am, and you can probably tell that I am a boho chic. That is my pure essence, and I connect a lot to the water, and that is going to be shown in my branding. Even the whole mermaid thing, right? Each one of the essence archetypes that I've given you all have a kind of mythical creature, and mine is definitely the mermaid. So the first phase that we're going to chat about is the connecting, right? The purpose of this phase is to unlock your power. And what we want to do here is align to your soul by getting clarity on your why and your purpose, your values and your legacy. Like, why are you doing this? We want to really capture your unique zone of genius. We want you to be very clear, get very clear on who your ideal client is and their struggles, and also the transformation that you promise. So we want to build a brand messaging around the soul of your brand, right? We want to get your brand power words, we want to get your brand phrases, and we want you to create a really strong brand statement or bio. So for example, I'm going to use myself. My brand power words are premium, aligned, elevate, essence, transformation, impact, and soul aligned brand. So you'll see me a lot in my brand. I talk about connecting to your brand essence, a soul aligned brand, pure essence. And I've actually incorporated a lot of my brand words into my signature offering names, like brand power activation or essence, which is my group program. So my brand statement to bio is, let's elevate your brand to create impact, transformation, and wealth. So maybe you can pause this to a screenshot and really consider, what are your brand power words? What are your brand phrases? What is your signature offering names? And what could your brand statement and bio be as well? This is a made-up brand that I created as well. And this is for someone who is maybe a blogger, for example, or someone who does a lot of traveling. So hers could be freedom, adventure, travel, independence, magic, and nomad. And the brand phrases that she could use here is live the adventure, be location independent, and experience true freedom. The offering names that she could have is travel light, freedom, lifestyle, nomad, and the brand statement or bio can be I teach travelers how to become nomads so they can experience a life of freedom and adventure. So you can see how we've used the brand power words and we've sprinkled it through the branding in various aspects. So meet Haley. She is one of my clients, and she is definitely a mystic maven. So you'll see that her brand power words are healing, moon, energy, power, transformation, illumination, cycles, and alchemy. So her brand story is that she actually healed her infertility using the moon cycles. And there you can understand her transformation. You can understand the legacy that she wants to pass this on to her clients, which is really powerful. This is getting to the essence of who she is. And then how can you connect to your clients in the same way? So some of her signature offering names are Lunar Academy Alchemy, Lunar Alchemy Academy, Moon Academy, and Moon Power Quiz. Now, before we worked together, she had a brand statement, which I'm going to read out to you. And it is, I'm an embodied business and leadership mentor for powerful women, soul-led business owners, leaders, coaches, and healers who want to alchemize and grow their businesses rooted in their embodied wisdom, step into their most powerful voice and presence, and deepen their leadership with their own unique magic and magnetism. Now, I'm sure I lost you. I'm sure I lost you on the first couple of words. And this is what I want you to be aware of. If your brand statement or your bio is not capturing the actual essence of who you are, it's not going to connect. So after working with me, Haley came up with a brand bio that was for soul-led witchy women wanting to alchemize their power and embody their brand through connection with celestial energy and wisdom. So you can get that. You really connect to Haley and what she's offering, right? And not only that, Haley is more connected to her essence and what she is really, really offering the world. If you aren't able to connect to that, you end up with a bio that is just all over the place. And because of that, clients can't come into your space and you can't connect to them because it just doesn't make sense, right? It's not articulate and it doesn't get down to the essence of who they are. So the next phase is to captivate your audience. Now that we've connected to them, we want to captivate them. And this purpose of this phase is to embody your brand. We want to create a relatable brand that becomes inspiring by your brand voice, your brand story, and your brand personality. So everyone is different, right? Haley, for example, is different. I am different. And we each have our own voice. We each have our own story. And we each have our own personality. The more we can separate ourselves and share that uniqueness, the more we can captivate our audience. So we want to make sure that we have brand visuals that inspire. We want to make sure that we have brand photos that set you apart from anyone else. And we want to lead with emotions and heart. Because we want to connect to your client's heart by knowing what feelings they're experiencing, knowing their pain points and past journey, and helping them imagine a new way as possible. And we can relate to them through your own success story. So for example, Haley, she knows that what her clients are experiencing is perhaps infertility. and confusion and frustration and overwhelm. So she knows what their pain points are, their past journey, and now she's able to articulate that beautifully and share with them that I have done this, I've created a different lifestyle, I've healed my fertility and given birth. And through her own story and relating to that, she's able to captivate her audience and inspire them to work with her as well. A captivating brand has intentional visual graphics that reflect your brand's essence and authority by keeping the elements clean, simple, and powerful. So I want to just show you a little bit of my branding so that you can get a sense of the boho chic, right? How I've used that in my branding. You'll see the kind of clothes that I'm wearing is very boho-ish. I think today I'm wearing, something very boho-ish as well with tassels. And that's really just how I embody my brand. And you can see the kind of color combinations I use. It's very warm. I've got the ocean coming through. There's a gentleness to it. Definitely very much a boho chic brand. I've used some gold, and you can see some of the pictures that I've even used in this presentation, and the design of this presentation aligns to my branding as well. And one of my brand, essence is to be able to see someone's essence and purpose and transform this into a unique brand design and strategy so others can see their magic too. So that's my story. That's what I want to do in the world. And you can see I'm doing it by creating the quiz. I'm creating this a training video because I want you to be able to take your essence and purpose and create a unique brand design so that others can be magnetized by your magic. I've used fonts that are very minimal. I've also used a color palette that is also very minimal as well. So let's go back to Hayley. It's good to compare hers as well. So she is obviously a mystic maven, like I said before, and you can see how she's used some of the elements of that mystic maven in her branding to capture her audience and captivate them as well. So you can see some of those beautiful moon elements, that celestial designs. It's really beautiful, and she's obviously putting herself in the images as well, so we can really captivate her audience by these great brand visuals. And like I said, we're really getting a sense of the mystic of who she is, and that's going to attract the right audience. These are a sample of some of my previous clients, my rebrands, and I do a brand vision board with them. And you can see how some of these, if you look closely, you'll see that Elena on the left-hand side definitely has a lavish luxe brand. Jessica Scott, she's more the boho chic, right? There's a lot of warmth in here, kind of boho elements. Megan from She Alchemy, that is definitely, I would say, a rebel vixen brand. She is really bold. There's a rebelliousness to her. There's an incredible fire energy, right? Remember, the rebel vixen is the fire. And we have Heather here, which is more of a mystic maven as well. You can see the lovely healing elements to her brand and the colors as well. This one here at the bottom left, Kali, you can definitely see she's also like a rebel vixen. She has elements of the mystic maven, but there's more of a boldness to it. And you can see that there's that phoenix energy coming from her, and also Megan from She Alchemy as well. School of Magic, you can obviously see a mystic maven here. We've got Joanna, also a mystic maven, and Corin, which I would definitely say is a lavish luxe as well. So you can see how each one of these brands captivates their audience by really embodying the essence of who they are in their branding. So I'd love you to take a look at your brand, and how can you now take the essence of who you are and then start creating a brand around that. What kind of quality on-brand images of yourself can really reflect the the embodiment of who you are. What kind of logo and submark can you create that reflects that energy? Tell me about the color palettes, the fonts and the textures. You'll see throughout these presentation sliders, I'm using a lot of these pictures that are very much boho chic, right? Because that's mine, that aligns to my energy. And obviously we want to keep the brand visuals elements to an absolute minimum. Don't forget that less is more when it comes to brand visuals. So let's have a look and see the boho chic. If you are one of the people that got boho chic, you can see that there is a little bit of water element here, right? There is the browns and teals and blues that you could use in your branding. And please, you can take a screenshot of this. This might help you with your branding. If you're a mystic maven, you obviously maybe more connected to the earth, and we could use greens and maybe oranges as well and browns to connect to your essence. If you're the lavish luxe, then you definitely connect to that fire energy. You want something bolder and stronger. So maybe some yellows, oranges, reds, maybe purple for that regalness, right? And if you're a rebel vixen, you align to the air and thoughts. So this is the rebel vixen. Basically, you can do anything. I have a lot of rebel vixen brands that use a lot of black and red. Some use any kind of colors. And this is the nice thing about the rebel vixen. You can, it's got to be anything that's not the norm is exactly what the rebel vixen is. They want to, they're rule breakers. So the third phase is being able to convert and magnetize aligned clients to you, right? The purpose of this phase is to escalate your income. We've connected to your audience, we've captivated them, and now we need to convert them into your offerings because we've got them into your brand, right? We need to escalate your income by converting them authentically. So we want to create a millionaire brand that inspires action in your clients. And we do this by creating a really strong brand strategy. Your brand has a really strong brand authority to it. And it has very much a brand leadership to it as well. We want you to have your own unique framework, right? Something that is unique to you. For example, mine is the Pure Essence trademark framework. And I talk about connecting, captivating, and converting. What is your unique framework? Have you got one? Can you refine one? I suggest you do that and then trademark it because we want that to be a part of your brand that sets you apart from others. I want your brand to be unapologetically confident. I want you to have a streamlined and aligned product suite. These are all elements of converting your clients authentically. So we want to create a brand authority by highlighting your qualifications, by showing your years of experience in your industry, by featuring your publications or podcasts, and showing the transformational testimonials from clients. You'll see in the beginning of this presentation, I talked about how long I was in the industry. I talked about who my clients were and that there were 7-figure clients. This is all done to share with my audience the authority that I have in the experience that I have in the industry to obviously create trust and show them that I am a leader in this industry as well. So look at your brand. What can you do? What areas can you really highlight that sets you apart from others and makes you a leadership brand as well? We want to create trust, and we do this by being consistent and visible online. We want to effectively market your brand in a way that really attracts clients to you. We want to create signature offerings, and we want to have a brand with high integrity. So we want to make sure that you adhere to your brand values that you had in the very beginning. We want to make sure that you stick with this and that brand has the highest integrity possible, because that is, people are going to pick that up. People are going to pick up and trust you for that. So you can stand out as a leader by fully embodying your brand from the inside out and leaving a lasting legacy in the world. So let's just recap this training for today. We want to connect to your audience. We want to connect to your why, your values, your legacy. And by connecting to your soul purpose and your brand vision, you create a powerful brand messaging that reflects your values and intention. We want to captivate your audience through your brand voice, your brand story, and your brand personality. We want to captivate and magnetize clients to you by having an elevated brand assets that are designed to show off your personality, that powerfully embody your brand throughout your marketing. So I've shown you some examples of mine and Haley's, and you can see how we've been able to embody our brand throughout my marketing, and that helps to captivate our audience. We want to authentically convert your clients by having a really strong brand strategy. We want to show your brand authority and your brand leadership. So $1 million brand reflects leadership and authority. An aligned high-ticket client or premium client will naturally flow towards a premium and timeless brand that focuses on leaving a lasting legacy and focuses on transformation. It is only natural that people are going to be magnetized to your brand when it's in alignment in all three of those aspects. So this is a great visual here. We want to use your soul to connect. It unlocks your power and it connects to your soul. We want to captivate the heart by embodying your brand and captivating your clients' hearts. We want to convert by using the mind, right? We want to authentically convert your clients, and we want this to escalate your income. This is the purpose of creating a millionaire brand. So thank you so much for listening to this presentation. If you are inspired, I'd love you to take a look at my website and see what other ways we could work together. I'm creating a group program soon, so please get on the wait list for that. And I would love you to stay in touch. So that is my website. Take a look and see how we can perhaps work together some more. And I would love to hear from you and see how you've incorporated this training into your branding. Thank you so much.